Hey guys, it is Admin. Welcome back. Today I have another data pack for you. But real quick before we get started, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support and welcome all the new subscribers. We just hit 600 subscribers and I cannot thank you guys enough. Alright, now on to the data pack. Today's data pack is the Ultimate Block Breaker. This device exceeds the expectations of block breakers by implementing some really cool new features. To make it, we just place a dropper on the ground, any direction, and drop a pickaxe on top. Now we have a block breaker. Now, it has been pretty standard in the past that this is pretty much where it would finish. The block breaker would mine the block in front of it, and that's about it. So let's see if this one works like that. Well, you can probably tell it does not. I am breaking this myself. It does not break it. So I can just punch it myself, but it will not break the block. It's because this block breaker requires the correct tool to mine the block. Alright, so let's put a stone pickaxe in here, and now you can see it will mine the block. However, if we look in here, you'll see the pickaxe is actually taking damage. And it will slowly break over time. Alright, so now that we have a pickaxe in it, it can break any type of block, right? Wrong. It cannot break wood, and it cannot break dirt. That's because it is tool dependent. Grab a stone shovel and a stone axe, place both of these in here. You can see when I place dirt, it will break. Now the shovel gets damaged, and when I place wood, the axe takes damage. And, of course, when a tool is about to run out of durability, it will go down to 0, and then it will break. And, of course, because there's no tool, the block breaker cannot break blocks. The breaker can also have multiple tools in it of the same type, and will only damage the one closest to slot number 0. So it goes in this order. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we place a bunch of blocks here, you'll see it takes a bunch of damage. Now it probably broke. Now the next one's taking damage. And so on. As you might have also picked up, there can be air spaces and it will still damage the correct tool. And just to show, the block breaker can break pretty much anything that needs a pickaxe, an axe, or a shovel. And it will drop the correct drops. However, anything that should not be able to be broken, such as bedrock, will not be. Unfortunately, how this was coded was with a hard set list. So essentially, I had to list out every block that is mineable by a pickaxe, every block that's mineable by an axe, and every block mineable by a shovel. That means I undoubtedly missed some, as the game has like 500 types of blocks. So, if you find a block that you think should be able to be broken by a pickaxe, axe, or shovel with the block breaker, please join my Discord and send a message to me. Alright, let's look at some practical applications for a block breaker. Alright, so one very annoying block to obtain is concrete. But with the block breaker, you can set up a simple contraption like so. Maybe put, we'll put water flowing this way. And then we'll place a block breaker right here. Then I should just be able to give it a tool and make a mess. Okay. So now it, oh yeah, I need a tool, that's right. Let's put a diamond pick in there. Now it breaks. I should just be able to right click really quickly. And let's see, got 31 white concrete so far. So you could use it for a pretty simple concrete maker. You could also make a very simple cobblestone generator. Of course, you'll need to feed it pickaxes in order to keep it running. most likely it would be smart. You'd want to place a hopper, like right here, so that could pick up the items. Maybe make like a storage system below, or just feed it into a chest. And then you could use your cobblestone to feed your pickaxes into here. You would need to at least have some stick supply too, but that would allow you to farm cobblestone. You could also perhaps make a system like this, where you have a chain of blocks being fed in from some sort of generator. In this case, I just used the cobblestone generator. But you could feed it into the block breaker where it's harvested. Probably a big use of this could actually be for a tree farm, where you grow the tree, use some pistons to move it over, and then use an axe in here instead of a pickaxe to break it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the data pack. I am now going to dive into a bit of an explanation on how it works, as the code behind it's actually quite complex and interesting. But if you're only here for the showcase, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Now, on to the explanation. Alright, so once we've created a block breaker, it starts doing something. The first step that the block breaker does is determine if or if it does not have tools inside of it. So it does this by doing a data get command to look for every type of tool in the game. So that's 15 data get commands. Essentially, we just look to see if the dropper's NBT has, say, a pickaxe, or an axe, or a shovel. And if it does, we add a tag to the item frame, this is the actual breaker, of has pickaxe, or I have an axe, or have a shovel. Then, if that's true, we check the direction that the dropper is facing. That will determine whether or not we should break a block that is in this space, that space, or that space. It can also break above it, technically, and below it. I will probably be changing this at some point in the future to no longer be an item frame, but instead be an area effect cloud that is in the middle of the block. So, we determine which way it's facing, and then position the next commands to all occur in the space in front of the breaker. Alright, so the next step is to determine if we are actually going to break a block in front of us. So we see if there's a block there, and we check to see if that block is in this group of either needs an axe, needs a pick, or needs a shovel. This is a giant list of all of the blocks. Okay, so we determined that this stone block is in fact a tool that needs a pick, and so we destroy it. Okay, so now it's been destroyed, and then we need to damage the tool. Now here's where things get really complicated. Oh, and sorry, I got the break order wrong. We actually damage the tool before we break the block, so that we can determine what block it was, which then lets us figure out which type of tool to damage. Remember, we can have an axe, shovel, and pickaxe all in there, but only one should be getting damaged. So then, the next step is to determine what slot the tool is actually in. If we look at the NBT data, we'll see that the item is in slot number 2. So 0, 1, 2. However, if we run a data get command and we specify this as items 2, you'll see we don't get an element. Instead, we need to look at 0 to get slot number 2. So I need to run a conversion between the NBT data storage and the slot storage. The reason why I need to even run that conversion is because I'll need to use a data modify command in order to change the damage value of this. I need to get that value, subtract 1 to the, or actually add 1 because it's damage, and then place that value back into the tool. So I wrote that conversion code. It is pretty massive. And then I need to determine one more thing. I've converted the location, so I know that slot number 2 is actually the first item entry in the list. So now I've been able to damage it, but now I need to know if the tool has broken or not, because if it has, I need to remove it myself. That's because the game does not automatically remove an item. So this pick, it has 1,561 durability. So if I give myself a pick that has 1,561 damage, this should have 0 health left, right? But let's go to the next one. Now it has -1 durability. Okay. And now I have a tool that has -8,000 durability, but it's still in my inventory. The only time it gets removed is if I actually break something with it. But that's no good, because if I keep reducing the durability on this, eventually I'll get to -1, then -2, then -3, and it still keeps mining. So, I need to check the durability of the tool with a list of what the durability should be. If it is below that number, then I remove it with a replace item command. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, I say that's all there is to it. It is really complicated, and yeah, it's about 400 lines of code or so. Anyway, if you sat through that entire explanation of me rambling on about how it actually works, I applaud you. I'm sorry if it makes no sense. Please let me know in a comment down below if you actually enjoyed this explanation, or if you would rather me just showcase the data pack. Anyway, this has been Admin. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.